India. No other
efforts toward the welfare of tribal population in this country. The Ministry's allocation has seen significant rise this year with an allocation of 8,407 crores. I hope we are spent to 100% utilization of these funds in the coming year in front of various schemes in the ministry. The scholarship schemes for the ST students. The ministry has 4 scholarship schemes for tribal students in the country, including pre-matric, post-matric, national fellowship and scholarship for the higher education and national overseas scholarships. I appreciate that there has been as consistent utilization of funds allocation in such scholarship schemes. However, there are important issues when the scholarship schemes that must be flagged. The number of beneficiaries under all these scholarship schemes have stagnated that the last few years. Such a number should have increased owing to COVID-19 lockdown, but this is in cases. Let's just take one of these scholarship schemes. If we scheme the number of beneficiaries under the post-matric scholarship schemes, there has been no substantial increases. As per the ministry's recent reply, the number of beneficiaries were 19.6 lakh, 67 lakhs in the 20.66 lakhs in 1920. Decreases of 20.58 lakhs in 2021 and finally 17.77 lakhs in 21-22. Even in other schemes, there has been no major increases in target number of beneficiaries. Has the ministry tried to study what possibly could have caused such stagnation? Further, what steps the ministry to take an increased allocations of the scholarship schemes and the number of beneficiaries? Another issue that the most important that has been reiterated time and again in this income ceiling under the scholarship schemes. Under the pre-matric and post-matric scholarship, the parents' income ceiling was last revised in 2013. The National Overseas Scholarship also has an income eligibility criteria in 6 lakhs annually. There is an urgent need to revise the ceiling limit for these scholarships. Going on step forward, I would further the suggestion that the ministry should explore ways to link such income eligibility criteria with increasing inflation and exploration mechanism for the frequent revisions of the income ceiling. I would request the Honorable Minister to kindly review the target under the scholarship schemes and also take all steps to constantly increase the coverage of the schemes, including increasing awareness and revisions of the income ceiling per parents. Ekalavya Model Residential School. The Ekalavya Model Residential School was announced back in 97-98 in imperative quality education on tribal children in their own environment in the remote areas across the country. During the 2018-19 budget, it was announced that every block having 50% or more ST population and at least 20,000 ST population will have the Ekalavya Model Residential Schools. The ministry has sanctioned 28 Ekalavya Model Residential Schools of the state of Andhra Pradesh. As per the information given by the ministry, some of the schools are non-functional. I would request the minister to review the ongoing progress, expanded the completions of such a model schools and sanction more such schools in all blocks that they meet the criteria. Another thinking of the important to point to other that the Tribal Affairs Ministry a proposal to allocation of the 6,500 crores for budget allocation 22-23 towards the Ekalavya schools. However, only 2,000 crores have been allocated. How does the ministry plan to cover the reduced allocations in comparison to the demand? Would such as reduced allocation have any effect on completions of ongoing works and development of new schools? I would also request the minister to relax certain Ekalavya schools of the schools Such model schools could be set up on other areas as well, which have substantially tribal population but don't fulfill the criteria. Vandan Vikas Karikramam initiative targeted the livelihood generation for the tribals by harnessing the wealth of forest. Vandan under these programs, sir, 2 minutes, sir. 2 minutes, sir. Tried sets a tribal committee on minor forest production centers, multi-purpose areas in the distributions of the significance of tribal population. In total, 52,976 Vandan self-help groups and 3,101 Vandan Vikas Kendra have been sanctioned across the country, creating the 9,27,927, sir.
Thank you.
Sir, please. Sir, 1 minute, sir. Conclusion. AP issues Central Tribal University of Andhra Pradesh. The Andhra Pradesh Reorganization Act 2014 provided for the setup for a Central Tribal University of Andhra Pradesh. The Central University Amendment Bill of 2019 was passed by the Parliament for the establishment of the university. The statutory functioning through the transit campus from their year of the 2019-20.
Thank you.
Sir, last point, sir. Last point. However, the university still lack of permanent campus and necessary infrastructure. The APCM, Sri Y. Jagannath Reddy Garu has allocated the requisition to land for the setting of the university, and is ready to provide all support needs. I would take this opportunity to request the government to expedite the development works related to the Central Tribal University of Andhra Pradesh. Thank you, sir.
Next speaker, Dr. V. Sivadasan.